up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Domesticated. I'm your host, Laura, here with my co-host, Corey.
Way.
And it is the day after Christmas when we're recording this. All the hustle and bustle is over. It's that let-down depression phase.
Yeah.
It's really setting in.
Stockings were hung. The stockings were taken down.
Right. Yeah, it's, we're getting ready to, take everything down. I don't like to leave the tree up very long. It's just, a very big, letdown after Christmas. No matter what happens on Christmas, you still feel like, all the hype's over, and you just kind of get a little depressed.
Well, it's all about, let's get this stuff done right now on the moment. So if there's any bit of something that resembles a list, then the list needs to be accomplished instantly. And that includes taking down Christmas decorations.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's lists. Your life is made of lists.
I just, I get so tired. I put the decorations up after Thanksgiving, and then by the time Christmas comes, I'm tired of the clutter.
Yeah, we tried our best.
Yeah.
We pushed the Christmas spirit into everybody's head around here. We said we're going to be Christmas people.
Right.
It's
not been, Christmassy weather.
Yeah, it's really hard.
We were, trying to get ourselves mostly into the Christmas spirit.
How do people in, California or...
Yeah, there's no snow. It's not even cold.
Yeah.
I would feel not Christmassy at all.
Completely ruins it. You don't really have a song like Baby It's Cold Outside working even.
Right.
When it's warm outside.
Yeah, they don't even understand the debacle with that.
Baby, it's warm outside.
Yeah.
You gotta turn on the air or something.
Right.
Maybe in Arizona, a desert, that would work or something.
Right.
By the way, I called that song being rapey 3 years ago.
He actually did. I remember him saying last year, the year before, this song is awfully rapey.
Just making a ridiculous joke,
yeah,
but
just joking. But
yeah,
now it's banned in certain radio stations.
Yeah, but we digress. It's been a little while since we made an episode, so we completely missed all of our Christmas season hype train.
Right. So we're on the downhill Christmas train. But I did want to mention a couple stories for around the Christmas time that we wanted to fill you guys in on. Because Royce is in kindergarten, as you know, and he has the Christmas parties, they have assemblies every day, the whole week of Christmas, yada, yada. Well, he had his Christmas party last Friday, and they had a lot of stuff planned. I wasn't sure what, but I got a call from the principal that day. And, of course, I see the message. I didn't get to it because I was at work. I saw a message. I freaked out because I get calls from the nurse, all the time.
Every day. Because
he gets injured on a daily. And we're so used to it because he's, the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah, to the extreme.
He's injured always. But they call us every time he scrapes his knee.
Yeah, every, knee scrape is a torn ACL for him.
He had a cough, and the nurse told us that he had bronchitis.
Yeah.
And we should get him to a doctor straight away. But then we took him to a doctor.
Straight away.
They said the lungs were clear as could be.
Yeah, it was great. I was in such a good mood then.
So, I got a call, so I went to listen to the message. I had to step out. And it was the principal, and he just wanted to inform the parents that Santa was visiting the kindergartners, and he fainted during one of his visits in the kindergarten classroom. So all the kindergartners were very upset, and most of them probably thought that he had died.
Yeah,
they don't know
Santa
what fainting
died.
is.
Yeah, right.
And he just wanted to let us know we might have to answer some questions for kindergarten.
Because Santa's gonna die.
Right, he didn't want anyone caught off guard.
That's not good.
But yeah, so they had to call the squad and get Santa out of there.
I just assumed he was really drunk or something bad. I just imagined bad Santa instantly, and he just, I don't know.
Smells like liquor. And
yeah,
just,
basically.
Fumbling around.
Yeah, so all the kids were probably freaked out because Santa died.
Yeah, Royce thought it was funny. He's like, Santa fell down.
Yeah.
He wasn't even concerned. But
he didn't even understand the severity of the situation.
No, some of the kids were pretty upset. But then he said that they got on the announcements. Santa got on the announcements later and let everyone know that he felt better and that Mrs. Claus told him to eat before he left, but he didn't listen.
Right.
So, poor guy.
What a dumbass.
I hope he's all right. Royce is kind of like catching on to the multiple Santas this year.
Yeah.
Just he won't like specifically say it, but you can tell.
Yeah.
Like we've seen so many different Santas, and the one we saw on Christmas Eve at like 8:00 at night.
Yeah, that Santa was busted and rusted.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't very jolly at all.
Like, first off, we go to this little Santa house. Okay, it's like in our town square. It's literally smaller than a regular shed. Santa just lives in a fucking shed, which would already be pretty depressing. So, and then he has to just sit there all night with little kids coming up and telling them what they already want, which he should already know because he knows everything.
On Christmas Eve,
and
he should have everything made.
The bag should be packed. Honestly,
right.
he should be way more worried about getting around the world, but instead he's sitting here taking more requests as always.
Right.
Royce just goes up and he just completely freezes up.
He's like Ralphie on the Christmas Story.
Basically.
Like he couldn't think of what he wanted.
Yeah.
Legos.
Something like, not even Legos. It'd be something he doesn't even play with normally. Like, out of the blue. Like,
a football.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's what I really want. And then Drake just walks up and he's like, "Hi, I'm Drake. Remember me from the pancakes?"
Yeah, Drake definitely just thinks Santa gets around.
Yeah, he didn't even, like, hesitate. He was just...
I was laughing because we got home and Corey didn't even think anything of this, but he thought it would be cute to, like, show Royce on the Santa Tracker app where Santa was at the time. Like,
yeah.
Because we were putting him to bed and we're like, okay, Santa's already out, so we got to get to bed before he comes. And Corey shows him that Santa's in England. We had just seen him half an hour before in his little house. Yeah.
So,
how do you keep it all straight? I don't know.
Magic. You just say it's just magic.
It's just magic.
It's just a little thing called magic.
Yeah.
And
we also, Christmas Eve we were out like driving around.
Right.
Because we usually look at Christmas lights, but also Corey had burnt dinner, so we had to go to McDonald's.
Well, I tried my best to have a nice Christmas dinner, but
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but I know, but it was a Christmas dinner for Christmas Eve. Like,
gotcha.
You know, it was just,
I don't want people to think like I let you cook Christmas dinner. So.
Well, we weren't home all Christmas Day, so I cooked the Christmas dinner.
Okay.
I ruined it.
He ruined it. So we had McChickens for Christmas Eve.
They were okay. McChickens have really went downhill.
You know what?
I don't like them as much.
I'd pick a McDouble any day.
You give me a McDoubler all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
No pickle.
I like the pickle.
I was raised on McDonald's. I am McDonald's. I'm basically full of McDonald's.
So we were out eating
If you
McDonald's.
did an Ancestry.com report, it would come back fucking 5% Ronald McDonald.
What?
Like, part of me and my DNA is McDonald's now. I've morphed into this half grown in a lab person because I've eaten so much fake meat from McDonald's.
Okay, so we were out, got Christmas light observing. And one of the things we usually do is go through, our town has this little weird nursery rhyme
It's called
thing.
Storybook Lane.
Storybook Lane.
Yeah.
It's like a little road of...
Slice of heaven.
of storybook... Wait, nursery rhymes?
Yes, we're already confused. It's called Storybook Lane, but it is... There's no stories to be had. Just a few nursery rhymes.
So you drive through and, like, there's, wooden nursery rhyme, like Jack and Jill is not actually in it.
Yeah.
But they would be up on a hill and they'd be moving. Like, it's like, what is this?
Just like
mechanical.
I don't know how to explain it, yeah.
But it has the words, and so you're supposed to read the nursery rhyme to your kids.
Right.
And you drive through it, and there's like a long line of people, and they get pissed.
Just tradition
some
around our town, basically. Yeah.
So we're doing that, and these nursery rhymes have been, my grandma informed me that the same rhymes have been there since she was little.
Yeah, she informed you by spewing them all out.
She sang every single one to us.
Yeah, she knew them all.
Even if we would talk over her, she wouldn't stop. But they were, like, ridiculous. Like, Ding Dong Bell, the pussy's in the well.
Laura couldn't take that one seriously.
That one gave me
if anything was resembled sexual terms, she just started laughing.
I just let out a chuckle.
I just know it's coming, so I try to just stay as straight
You laughed
as
last
possible.
year. You're getting better.
And just say it.
But, like, a lot of them are very... not like morbid, like how, I don't know how to explain them. A lot of them are about abusing your wife.
Yes.
Like
They have masters.
Yeah, the women have masters. Wait, is that the sixpence one?
I'm not sure.
Sing a song of sixpence. My
I don't
wife
know
has a
them.
master.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. And then we just, like, everyone I read, I look at Corey, like, that is pretty messed up. Like, we just don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
But then we discussed it with my family at Christmas, and, like, people who grew up with that, like my mom and my aunt and my grandma, and they just think it's perfectly fine.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with those. And they, like, make no sense. Like, who wrote these?
Yeah, so many great hits, with the nursery rhymes. Back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy words that nobody knows how to pronounce and shitty rhymes. They
didn't even rhyme everything correctly.
Yeah. I grew up on Dr. Dre. Ever heard of him?
No.
50 Cent? Eminem, real lyricists.
Gotcha.
I don't know who wrote these. Like, it's like anybody could write a nursery rhyme back in the day.
Yeah, I agree.
I assume if you had enough money, you could persuade the town nursery rhymer to publish your rhyme in the nursery rhyme town book, and eventually the people with the most money got their rhymes moved to the
Storybook Lane
history book. Oh. Yeah, the nursery rhyme history book.
Gotcha.
And those became sayings by all the kids, and then eventually they made it to Storybook Lane. And now we read the shit every year and we don't even understand it.
Yeah.
That's the one like put your thumb in a plum.
Oh yeah, it's
put your thumb in a plum.
Peter Piper stuck his thumb in a pie.
That's not even close to how it goes.
I didn't have my glasses on, so it was really hard to read.
Laura was making up rhymes as we went. She was just like, that looks like.
I couldn't read it, so I was just trying to go by my memory. I said Jack, and that's all I could see.
There's a Jack be nimble. He's jumping over a candle.
And I thought it was Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Not even close.
Whatever. I don't know. That's more of a classic.
What kind of psychopath wrote these rhymes, though? I mean, the babies are in the trees.
Yeah. And the woman in the shoe. One of them, he makes his wife live in a pumpkin show, and there he kept her very well.
I'm assuming he murdered her.
Definitely.
Nobody lives in a fucking pumpkin unless they're murdered, mutilated.
You ever seen what's that movie?
Pumpkin Murder Mysteries?
No, it's a Giant Peach. Never mind, that's James and the Giant Peach.
Yep, classic.
Just
Mixing
kidding.
up things again. There's the 3 gay guys in
the bathtub
having a bunch of an orgy in a tub.
Yeah.
There's that
Circle
one.
Jerk.
That's a good one. Just all kinds of weird things. I don't know. It had us questioning.
For some reason.
When we were kids, we didn't really think about them being super weird.
Right.
Other than the fact that we didn't know them all, so we were like, oh, that's kind of a different one.
Yeah.
Not weird.
Yeah, now we know.
3 blind mice.
My parents still go through it, just them. No kids.
Yeah, they love it. They eat them up.
I imagine my mom just, like, saying them all. Like, my dad just, like, cringing the whole time.
I think your dad probably belts them out. He's like wants to recite, like your grandma was.
Yeah.
Exactly like your grandma was, just kept going.
Belting them out.
It was so funny because we were just asking everybody on Christmas what they meant, and nobody knew.
No, but they all wanted to defend them.
Yeah, they wanted to defend them like they're perfectly fine, but we're like,
so normal.
We don't know what these mean.
Either way, it's a tradition. We go through there and do the whole thing.
Right.
We don't really have any other traditions. We do that stupid elf thing just because we have to.
Oh, Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah. We're not really good at it, though.
We're the worst.
We don't move it. Like, we move it, but we don't do anything cool. Like, we just move it from one, like, shelf to the other.
It's like a serious... It's one of those parenting things. You see it online, you're like, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then it just sucks.
Then after day 1, you move them once, you put them from the Christmas tree into somebody's stocking, and then you're like, what else do I do? What do I do with this thing? Because I don't want to make a...
I don't know. I know a lot of parents that do a lot of cool stuff. I'm just not one of them.
Yeah, it's all cool and good, but I don't know. I think the parents, they need a little reality check, too, because they're probably sending their kids into some weird type of confusion whenever they're elves doing cocaine with Barbies and stuff. Like, the Barbies aren't alive.
Right.
They're never going to believe that the elf is alive. But if they do, then they believe the Barbies are alive. It's just a real big complex, something they need to avoid. I don't know.
Yeah. We do the elf, and then we do...
Suck at it.
That's about all we do. You know, I told Corey, though, if we ever start doing the whole... This has become really popular, the matching pajamas. Those are they're getting ridiculous.
I cannot stand it.
I get... My kids can match. That's cute. Do the kids in the matching pajamas, I guess. We don't do it, but I wouldn't be against it. The family, though, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
the dad always looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
The dad looks so stupid.
I would get behind it, like, at the beginning of the trend, but now it's
overdone. It's just like the ugly
just
sweater
like everything,
thing.
Yeah, it just gets commercialized and ruined. Like, ugly sweater party is a great idea. But at this point, it's completely ruined because the whole point was to go find an actual sweater that was ugly. Right. And now they make sweaters specifically ugly.
Like, you used to have to go to Goodwill and look for one.
That was the whole fun of the party, was to show up with an actual sweater and be like, somebody really actually made that.
Yeah. Now it's just like they make so much money off of it, and I don't know, it's ridiculous. But the pajamas, they started selling them, like, it got so popular they sell them everywhere. I saw them at Aldi's. Aldi.
Aldi.
I saw them at Aldi. The everybody was buying them. Like, they had the mom, the dad, the kids. They even had dog pajamas, which I did buy the dog pajamas.
Laura did buy the dog pajamas
because I love just to dress my dogs up, but
she loves it. Yeah, we do it all the time.
I got on this Aldi nerd community secret Facebook page.
Why are they nerds?
That's what it's called, Aldi nerd community.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What a bunch of
you have to be added to it. So if anyone wants on it, I will add you. Just ask me. It's
That's all it takes. Group. What's the point of it being secret if you're just adding everybody all willy nilly?
So if you shop at Aldi, I'll add you. But they, like, tell you, like, where all the cool stuff is. Like, you got to go down aisle 3 and search behind the candles, and you'll find giant
If you ever need a quarter,
umbrellas.
Go around the back of the store, knock 3 times on the lower right brick, and a quarter will be there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
Yeah.
The things they don't want you to know.
Right. So if you want to be in the community, just ask me. But I've been learning a lot of things. Got the dog pajamas.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff.
It's basically a Facebook group ran by Aldi that gets people to buy all the shit that nobody else is buying by placing fake reviews in there. They're just like, yay.
Some of the reviews are terrible,
Have you tried this cranberry peanut butter? It is to die for. It's because nobody's fucking buying it, and Aldi said, let's get in the secret group.
I did try, somebody suggested this lava cake, and I tried that. It was pretty good. They said it tastes like Olive Garden.
It's a lava cake. I mean, what are the odds of being bad?
I'm just saying, something I wouldn't normally try from there.
Right, true.
I like it. But yeah, Christmas is over.
It is over. You know what?
It's sad.
It's depressing.
New Year's is coming up.
New Year's is just like the ultimate tease because there's this illusion that there's going to be a party, and there is a party, and even if there is, who wants to have a party on a Tuesday?
Right, that is weird.
Or whatever day it is.
Yeah, but most people are off on New Year's Day.
Yeah, I know that. But at the same time, you still have to usually go back to work at some point.
Right.
So we had a huge party on Tuesday. We had Wednesday off. Got to go back Thursday. I don't know. It's just like a weird flow.
Jeez, you're ungrateful.
Who wants to go hard on a Tuesday or something? Sometimes it lands. Was it last year?
Going up on a Tuesday.
It was on the weekend on last year, right?
How many times we got to go over this?
All of them.
It changes one day.
No, it doesn't. We already looked it up. We looked at the proof was in the pudding and the statistics.
I think that what happens is...
Okay, well, it's not right because we looked it up.
Christmas is on a Monday this year. It'll be on a Tuesday next year. The next year it'll be on a Wednesday. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Well, let's just correct her because she thought until I actually looked it up. And it was true for the most part, but it changes.
Like Corey tried to say,
in like 3 years
Christmas
it changes.
was on a Sunday like the last 4 years, and I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it's not even possible.
First off, I was being ridiculous on purpose.
No, I don't think so.
It was the proof of point.
No.
I did actually think it was like the last 4 years.
Yeah, okay.
But at the same time, you're like, it was one day every year. No way. And we looked it up. We did the math, and it does move.
Right, once in a while.
Wow.
Not very often.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we're done with Christmas. We got home Christmas Day. Put the kids to bed. It was, like, late. And we finally went to bed. We were exhausted.
Yeah.
And then an hour and a half after we went to bed, I get Drake running in, screaming, puke covered.
Yeah.
He got real sick. When kids, like, are puking, it's the hardest thing. Because they don't understand... And their reflexes aren't quick. Like,
right.
You give them a bucket, they're not quick enough to get to the bucket, usually. When they're, like, 2, like Drake.
Yeah. Nothing smells worse than puke. Yeah. There's, like, two kinds of puke smells. There is the orange puke, where it smells like orange puke, and then there's like
the brown.
Yeah,
the brown. I can taste the brown in my mouth.
Or
right
like
now.
Chunky and like it's got more of a bad food smell,
right.
whereas like the orange smells more like stomach acidy.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I think there's a few types.
They're both gross.
Yeah, definitely both
but
really gross.
I washed him off, and I thought, okay, he threw up once. He ate like a ton of sugar. He probably just his stomach's upset. Put him in bed with us. He's in there 20 minutes and just starts puking all over us.
Yeah,
it was a mess.
Yeah,
and we were exhausted. We ended up sleeping on the floor in the basement.
Yeah,
it just was a disaster.
It was a disaster. That was like a crazy top off to the entire day.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. I'm glad it didn't happen the night before, though, because Christmas would have been ruined.
Yeah, definitely. Not to overshadow the fact that we also had to come home and just clean up a bunch of dog poop.
Well, that was I mean, what happened was we left the dogs.
Yeah, which is fine. We understood we had to leave them at home. But the dog has been leaving us Christmas surprise poops.
Yeah, those are the worst.
All season. And she got she had to get one last round in before we took the tree down of eating everything that is on the tree.
Her favorite item on the tree is the beads. Like, we put the red Christmas beads on it.
Yes.
She loves them. She ate, like, an entire strand and pooped Christmas poop with beads in it for, like, 2 weeks.
I just don't understand how she's swallowing these beads.
Yeah, she has to, I don't know.
Like 4 or 5 at a time.
8 pounds.
Yeah.
She's not a big dog. She jumps up on the tree. Like, we moved him up higher.
Yeah.
She jumped up as high as she could and
she knocked
pulled down a bunch.
Down. Yeah.
Ate some more, gave us some more festive poop just one last time.
Yeah.
I threw some of it. One day I picked up some festive poop and I flushed it down the toilet. Well, it didn't, like, flush for some reason. I don't know what was going on.
Right.
But Drake went to poop and he saw it in there and was like, so confused. And I explained that it was Ruby's poop, and then he was like, well, how did Ruby sit on the toilet?
Yeah.
It was just like a mess. But
well, yeah, sometimes you just have to try and jump ahead with kids.
Right.
Just, I just don't have time to
didn't think
explain
about
this.
explaining that, but yeah, I'm so she won't she gets like messed up when things change. Like, we got a lot of stuff laying around, the Christmas paper. She sees something and she wants to eat it, basically.
She eats everything. There's no stopping her.
No.
Like, speaking of Drake, though, trying to explain things to him, he had this situation the other night.
He says some funny stuff.
Yeah, off the wall stuff.
Okay, so we just had to take a little break.
Speaking of sick kids.
So we just heard a screaming kid yelling from his room and thought it was Drake, thought he was puking again. Come to find out it's Royce, and he's
ding,
puking
ding, ding.
now.
Yes.
And he's not good at being sick.
He's just a bit dramatic sometimes.
He's you.
Yeah.
Poor
but it's
guy,
fine.
though.
He's just a little kid, so
he really hates to puke. Like, and I mean, nobody likes it, but Royce just really hates puking.
Yeah. And he doesn't want to puke on his stuff.
Oh, and he did. He puked all over everything. His new Minecraft stuff, he puked all over it all.
It smells so bad in there. Poor guy.
Okay. So we don't even know what we were talking about, so we're just going to start.
Yeah. Let's.
No clue.
No clue at all.
Anyway, so he's got a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cringing.
Yeah, it's really gross. Well, we could talk about the other day with I was gonna go from Drake being sick to Drake being like,
oh yes,
super weird. Yeah,
I'm saying weird stuff. Okay,
yeah, because he's super goofy and just 3 years old basically now, almost.
Yeah,
which is crazy to say.
Yeah,
but the other day. He just, like, kind of runs around our house naked.
That's his thing.
For the most part. And the other day, he was down here, and he was like, messing with his stuff.
His junk.
His wiener. And he was, like, pressing it in and, like, letting it pop out. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, stop doing that. Stop messing with yourself. And he's like, I'm transforming.
Yeah. He decided that his wiener is a transformer.
He said it was a transformer. It transforms.
And it does. And he knows how to do it now to make it happen. He's
just
a wild
got
card.
a button to press and just transforms it. It's the most ridiculous thing. This is like the stuff you don't think about whenever you have to be parents.
Right, yeah. And we never know what to say. I think we should, like, well, you never think, like, they're going to say some of the stuff they do.
Yeah.
So we don't have it planned.
Totally
like,
catches you off
the
guard.
answer for these things. But, yeah. Royce, we were watching The Grinch a couple days ago, and the part where all the babies float in with the umbrellas. He's like, so that's where babies come from? And I was like, well, this is a movie, so no.
Whoa.
And he's like, well, then I'm like, they just come from mom's bellies. And that was enough for him. He was like, oh, got it.
Yeah, but I don't give him very long before he starts to wonder.
Yeah, he's gonna.
How they get out of the belly.
Right.
Because he's pretty on top of it. I don't know. Oh, man, that sucks so bad he's sick.
Yeah, we're kind of thrown off. Sorry, guys. Something I did want to talk about, though, is my new obsession with YouTube.
Yeah.
I came across these. I don't even know how I came across them. I'm not a big YouTube watcher. It's mostly my kids.
Right, yeah. The kids are addicted.
Yeah, but I feel like my kid now because I started watching. They're called hauls. So, like, HAUL, haul.
Surprise eggs.
It's like surprise eggs for adults.
For adults, yeah.
So it's like women, and they buy lots of stuff. They do like different stores. So like they might do like a Rue 21 haul or
they just go shopping.
They go shopping and they spend hundreds of dollars, buy all these clothes, and then they like try them on for you. And then like, so I found like women who have like the same body type that I have, and they basically just do everything for me. Like they try on all these clothes and they're like, yeah, I got it at this store, blah, blah, blah. So now I know, okay, that might look good on me. So I order it. That's perfect.
It is perfect, especially when you find out that they're paid by that company to tell you how much those clothes fit on you.
Some of them are, and I figured that out. But they usually have like half and half of the stuff is good and half of it's not. It's like, it's so fun. It's like unboxing for adults. And I love it. And I've started, like, following a couple of the girls. They're, like, super popular on Instagram. It's like, I'm in too deep at this point. I'm addicted.
I just feel like you're really late to the YouTube game.
I'm really late.
Like, I got into...
I watch makeup tutorials.
I was into subscribing and stuff, like, in high school. Like, subscribe to some channels, watch them. Did you say whatever?
YouTube wasn't that... like that when we were in high
school. Yes, it was.
Okay. There wasn't as much content.
Equals 3. Ever heard of it?
No.
Well, that was a show that I watched. It was like viral videos, and like he commentated on them. It was pretty funny, and it was very, very popular. It was the #1 channel on YouTube.
The only thing I watched on YouTube when I was a kid was like Kelly's shoes.
Let's get some shoes.
And Old Greg.
That's not funny. That's an Adult Swim.
Oh.
Thing.
I watched like funny cat videos.
Okay. Keyboard cat?
Never heard of them.
Bow, 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 bow,
yeah, I never watched anything cool. Now I'm super addicted to YouTube, so
yeah. Laura's really late to the party as usual.
I feel like our kids though. I'll be sitting there watching it, and like Corey's like, "What are you doing?"
She showed up just in time to watch the commercial YouTube videos.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Let me skip this ad to watch this ad.
Basically.
Pretty much every time. She's been like skipping out on sleep and everything just to watch these stupid videos.
Yeah, I can't sleep at night. I start watching them.
So dumb. Who's your favorite YouTuber? What's her name?
Her name is Sarah Ray. Actually, so she's like a curvy girl. She tries on a lot of clothes, and I watch her makeup tutorials too.
And the washer's
sorry if you hear the washer in the background. I had to wash the puke clothes or bed clothes, and Corey's giving me the stink eye because I turned the washer on. Sorry.
What a disaster.
This is a disaster episode. Speaking of shows, YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
Okay.
For some reason. I don't know. I go through, like, spurts with Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. But they have a new movie that just came out that everybody's talking about, and we really need to watch it. I was going to suggest we watch it tonight, but now Pukey's going to have us up all night.
Right.
So I don't know. But it's called Bird Box.
Yeah, I saw the preview the other day, and it sucked me right in. I sent it to Laura immediately, and I should have assumed that the viral marketing that it got to me would get to the rest of America, and everybody's seen it now except for us.
I know everyone's making, like, memes about it, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand them, but it seems like it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of good stuff. I've been really addicted to those, like, crime shows on Netflix. I love learning
anything
about
with a little bit
killers.
of murder sprinkled in.
Murder, like wives that hate their husbands and just kill them.
Yeah, that's always...
I love those. Murderous Wives, it's called.
Yeah, murder on.
I'm getting a lot of tips from those. So
What would a killer do if it was a killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically those type of shows. I don't get to watch much TV anymore.
No, you don't really. Actually,
the shows that I'm interested in, I just put them on the back burner. I watch them in. As long as I avoid the spoilers, no big deal to me.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm watching American Horror Story, like...
Season 3.
Season 6 or something. Like, some people are on, like, 8, so... I don't really care about being behind. It doesn't bother me.
I love, like, that Netflix, when they make their shows, they put all of them out at the same time.
Right.
But it's, like, so overwhelming because I feel like I need to watch them all.
Yeah, I do.
Immediately. Or everybody's gonna know what happens, and I'm gonna see a spoiler or something like that.
Right.
Like, that's the hardest part.
That's true.
At least it's like week by week you could watch the show.
And
if you get behind one episode, then boo-hoo.
Right.
You just catch up an episode. But now it's like you better watch them all within the first 8 hours or whatever.
I know, because people have nothing to do but watch Netflix series.
I just don't understand where people get this time.
I don't know. They're
not taking care of pukey kids.
I guess not. We can barely get a podcast recorded.
Yeah.
This is why we haven't recorded a podcast in a month.
This
is our life.
Yeah, we've had just a real go at it, huh?
A real go. That's a good way to explain it, whatever that means.
Just working a lot of hours and stuff, just doing real domesticated stuff, taking care of business.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
That's how it happens. But we always take care of business.
I guess we can end it there. Just a short episode.
They
know we got pukey kids.
They really messed up the flow.
I know. It's okay. A half hour is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
We could try again. It's like, I feel like we tried to have sex and then, like, it didn't work out. We just fell asleep.
Those are the best
nights. We're like, we'll just try again tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Let's end it right now.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
I don't like to say tuning in. I feel like I'm on the radio.
We can't even end the episode. Somebody stop this train.
All right. So, thanks for listening. We're going to have more content coming, I promise. I just got to get everybody yell at Corey, tell him we want episodes.
Yeah, it's partially my fault. But we're going to be more on top of it. We can do it.
We got this.
Why not? It'll be better.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be way better than this episode, that's for sure.
So, if this is your first episode listening, don't judge it by this one.
Listen to the Thanksgiving episode.
No. All right.
See ya. What just happened? Yes.